The content in this podcast is fully AI generated based on real news articles. Listener discretion is advised. For more detailed information and the original context, please refer to the links provided in the show notes, which direct you to the news articles this podcast is based on. Enjoy the show.
Welcome, folks, to episode 17 of our AI Tech News podcast. I'm your host, John, and today we're diving into some fascinating and perhaps contentious uses of AI in education. Joining me are my brilliant co-hosts, Joanne and Jessica. How are you today?
Doing well, John. Excited for today's discussions. It sounds like we're starting with a hot topic.
Absolutely, John. There's so much to unpack with AI's role in education, especially with what's been reported by CNN recently.
Right on. So CNN shared insights about how teachers are now using AI, like ChatGPT, to grade essays. But this trend isn't without its ethical dilemmas. Diane Gajewski from Ithaca College has been using ChatGPT as a sort of teaching assistant for her strategic communications class.
Interesting. She's having her students run their drafts through ChatGPT for initial feedback. I see the value in automating some tasks, but it brings up questions about the authenticity of learning and teaching.
Exactly, Joanne. And the adoption rate is notable too. Titan Partners reported that half of college students used AI tools in their coursework last fall. The technology is reshaping how education is approached, for better or worse.
And it's not just for grading. Teachers are also using AI for developing lesson plans, creating assignments, and more. But Jessica, there must be some risks with this widespread AI integration, right?
Oh, definitely. There are concerns about plagiarism, the maintenance of academic integrity, and whether the feedback loop of AI-generated content truly serves the educational purpose. Plus, the ethical implications of using student work to train AI.
That's a critical point. Leslie Lane from the University of Lynchburg mentioned the importance of preserving the human element in feedback and the potential intellectual property issues with uploading student essays to AI platforms.
It seems like there's a delicate balance between leveraging AI for efficiency and maintaining the quality of education. Dorothy Leidner, a business ethics professor, suggests a hybrid approach, where AI handles more objective grading aspects, but teachers remain integral for evaluating creativity and insight.
And with the lack of standardized policies on AI use in education, it's a bit of a Wild West. There's a pressing need for clear guidelines to navigate these ethical waters and ensure AI enhances rather than undermines the learning experience.
Absolutely. The development and enforcement of thoughtful policies will be key to integrating AI in a way that supports both educators and students. But it's a rapidly evolving field, so staying adaptable is crucial.
A lot to consider for sure. As we see, AI's role in education is multifaceted and ripe for debate. Let's keep this conversation going, but first, a little teaser for our next topic. Joanne, what's on deck?
Up next, we'll dive into Jon Stewart's take on AI in the workforce. It seems he's got quite the perspective on how AI is not just a future concern, but a present reality. Should be a thought-provoking discussion.
Can't wait. Stewart always brings a unique angle to these conversations.
That he does. Stay tuned, listeners, for that and more AI insights. You're listening to the AI Tech News podcast. Moving on, The Guardian recently shared Jon Stewart's insights on AI's impact on the workforce. He's got a knack for hitting the nail on the head, doesn't he?
He really does, John. Stewart highlighted a mix of hope and concern, noting past technological advances promised utopia, but ended up threatening jobs. It's a reflection on AI's dual-edged nature.
And he brought up an interesting point from Microsoft CEO Satya Nadella about AI empowering humans. But then IBM CEO Arvind Krishna kind of contradicted that by mentioning job cuts for productivity's sake.
That's the paradox of AI, isn't it? On one hand, it has the potential to solve massive problems like diseases and climate change. On the other, it's being used to streamline operations, often at the expense of human jobs.
Exactly, John. Stewart used Dukin's example, where AI led to a drastic reduction in their workforce. That statement from Dukin's CEO on Fox News, "It's brutal if you think like a human," is chilling.
It's a stark reminder of the human cost of technological advancement. And Stewart's take on how we've rationalized job losses from industrialization to AI now is quite thought-provoking.
His commentary on the rapid pace of AI's takeover compared to other disruptions is alarming. AI is going to be ready to take over by Thursday, he said. What a way to put things into perspective.
It puts a spotlight on the urgency to address the implications of AI in the workforce. And it's not just about the loss of jobs, but how we adapt and find new roles in an AI-driven world.
Right, Jessica. The question Stewart leaves us with, the fuck is there left for the rest of us to do, is a call to action for all of us to think deeply about the future of work and our place in it.
Stewart's take, combined with late-night hosts like Seth Meyers and Stephen Colbert commenting on current events, shows just how intertwined AI, politics, and humor have become. It's a complex fabric.
Indeed, and it underscores the importance of having these conversations. AI is reshaping our society in real time, and voices like Jon Stewart's are crucial for sparking dialogue and reflection.
With that reflection in mind, let's prepare for our next topic. It's about mental health experts warning against replacing human therapists with AI. Seems like another crucial conversation, doesn't it?
Definitely, John. The intersection of AI and mental health care is a delicate one. There's a lot to unpack about the limitations and ethical considerations of using AI in such a personal aspect of our lives.
Looking forward to diving into that. The potential benefits and pitfalls of AI in mental health care are profound.
As are we all. So stay tuned, listeners, as we explore the nuances of AI's role in mental health. You're listening to the AI Tech News Podcast. Diving into our next piece, Fox Business brought to light a warning from mental health experts about AI therapists. It's a topic that's gaining traction, with technology promising to transform mental health care. But at what cost?
It's a bit of a double-edged sword, isn't it? On one hand, AI can offer 24/7 support, anonymity, and even help extend services to underserved areas. But it can't truly replicate the empathy and emotional connection of a human therapist.
Exactly, Jessica. Sergio Muriel, a licensed mental health counselor, voiced concerns over AI's inability to capture the subtleties of human empathy. While AI can process emotions to some extent, it's a far cry from the genuine human touch.
And there's a potential danger in people turning to AI for mental health care, like avoiding professional help due to the stigma around mental health, or misusing AI to self-diagnose, which could lead to overlooking serious issues.
That's a significant point. The anonymity AI provides might attract those fearing judgment, but it raises questions about over-reliance and the potential for misdiagnosis, especially in cases of self-harm or suicidal ideation.
Muriel did highlight some benefits, though, like AI being a tool for triaging low-risk clients or offering new insights through data analysis. It's about using AI responsibly and ensuring it complements human care, not replaces it.
It's about balance, isn't it? AI can be a valuable addition to mental health care, but it shouldn't be the sole resource. The personal touch, understanding, and empathy of a human therapist are irreplaceable.
And let's not forget the potential privacy concerns with AI. Handing over sensitive emotional data to an algorithm comes with its own set of risks, emphasizing the need for stringent safeguards.
The integration of AI in mental health care certainly presents a promising future. But as Muriel says, it's important to view technology as a tool, not a replacement. It's about making life easier, not removing the human element from care.
A vital reminder that while AI can offer support, the depth of human connection is paramount, especially in mental health care. Speaking of AI, our next article from the Daily Mail poses an intriguing question. Is your job at risk from the AI revolution?
That's going to be an interesting discussion. With AI advancing rapidly, it's important to consider which roles it might impact. Looking forward to diving into the predictions of experts on this.
Certainly, it's a topic that touches everyone. The balance between technological advancement and the human workforce is delicate, and the predictions could give us some valuable insights.
Indeed, it's a critical conversation about the future of work. Stay tuned, listeners, as we explore which jobs could be on the chopping block in this AI-driven decade. You're listening to the AI Tech News Podcast. On to a gripping piece from the Daily Mail, folks. It explores a burning question. Is your job at risk from the AI revolution? 6 experts weighed in on the roles AI might wipe out this decade. Quite the thought-provoker, right?
Absolutely, John. The consensus seems to be that AI will dramatically transform the American workforce. Interestingly, there's a bit of a debate on whether lower wage or middle management positions are more at risk.
Yeah, McKinsey Global suggests those on the lowest wages could be 14 times more likely to be replaced by AI than those on the highest. Yet, JP Morgan points towards a mass-scale white-collar job realignment.
John Warner from Innoventure believes AI's first victims will be repetitive jobs, eventually moving on to replace middle managers and even encroach into professions like law and accounting. That's a wide net, isn't it?
It is, John. And Martin Muliadi from Shenandoah University predicts a sharp decline in clerical and accounting roles thanks to automation. Yet he also sees a silver lining with the rise in demand for data science, AI, and machine learning experts.
Piers Linney takes it further, suggesting call centers will vanish in 5 years, indicating that not just low-skilled jobs are at risk. The education, economic, and social security systems may need a complete overhaul to adapt.
Bernard Marr, on the other hand, offers a glimmer of hope for coders, arguing that AI will more likely serve as a tool to enhance their productivity and creativity rather than replace them outright.
And for those in research or paralegal work, Nathaniel Whitmore warns that anything involving basic research or information retrieval could be AI'd away. Yet, complex problems requiring human touch will still value and reward human skills.
Thomas Roulet even mentioned a study highlighting the risk to mathematicians, financial analysts, and writers. But he believes these professions will adapt rather than disappear as AI contributes to their work.
It's a landscape of change, with AI reshaping not just specific jobs but entire industries. It'll be interesting to see how these predictions play out. Speaking of change, our next article from Popular Science hints at Apple's next big thing, a robot butler.
A robot butler? Now that's a shift from the gloomy predictions of job loss to a more futuristic vision of AI in our daily lives. I'm curious to see what that entails.
Definitely piques the interest, doesn't it? From workforce to personal assistance, the scope of AI's impact is vast.
Absolutely. Stay with us as we explore what Apple's venture into robotic assistance could mean for the future. You're listening to the AI Tech News Podcast. Now, from the Daily Mail to Popular Science, we're leaping into Apple's potentially groundbreaking venture, a robot butler. This concept shifts Apple's focus from its halted car project to exploring autonomous robots for home use. Fascinating pivot, wouldn't you say?
Absolutely, John. It's like something out of a sci-fi movie, with Apple diving deep into AI to potentially bring a robot that can navigate our homes, assist with chores, and even offer mobile video conferencing. The versatility sounds promising.
It does raise a lot of questions, though. How will it move around? What kind of sensors will it use? There's a lot still up in the air, including its capabilities and price point. It's all quite speculative at this stage.
True, and it's reminiscent of other tech adventures Apple has embarked on, some of which never saw the light of day. The leap from cars to robots underscores a broader shift in focus towards AI-enabled products.
And with robots like Amazon's for home monitoring and iRobot's Roomba for cleaning, the bar is already set. But Apple's integration of AI could take things to a new level, making the robot more interactive and possibly even more useful.
Yet there's skepticism among the public about welcoming robots into their homes. A survey by the Brookings Institution found that 61% of adults were uncomfortable with robots. It's a significant hurdle for Apple to overcome.
Despite the skepticism, there's an undeniable curiosity about how AI can enhance daily life. If Apple can balance the AI integration with human comfort, it could be a game changer. This venture into robotics might just be Apple's next big thing.
It's a testament to how far AI has come, not just in task automation, but in creating sophisticated systems that can interact and potentially coexist with humans in their personal spaces.
It'll be interesting to see how this unfolds. Apple's move could spark a new era of home robotics, challenging our perceptions and expectations of what AI can do for us.
Definitely a space to watch. Speaking of AI's capabilities, our next article from phys.org delves into how language models could revolutionize medicine by decoding mRNA for better vaccines. Stay tuned as we explore this exciting frontier. You're listening to the AI Tech News Podcast. This next story from phys.org is a prime example of AI's burgeoning role in biotechnology. Researchers at Princeton University have developed a language model that can read and optimize genetic sequences for better mRNA vaccines. Mengdi Wang and her team are pushing the boundaries of what AI can achieve in medicine.
It's incredibly fascinating, John. They're using the same kind of AI that's been coding software and passing bar exams to now read the genetic code, which, like human languages, has its own grammar and syntax. This approach could revolutionize how we study biology and improve medical treatments.
The concept of using language models for genetic sequences isn't just about decoding, it's about optimizing. This team managed to increase the efficiency of protein production by 33%, a substantial leap that could impact how vaccines, including those for COVID-19, are developed.
And what's striking is the versatility of this model. It wasn't just trained on vast amounts of text, but on hundreds of thousands of sequences, incorporating additional knowledge about protein production. This specificity could open new doors for understanding and treating a wide range of diseases.
Exactly. And it's not just about creating better vaccines. Wang mentioned that this model could unlock new insights into gene regulation, which is fundamental to understanding life's functions and the origins of diseases. The implications for medical research are profound.
The collaboration with researchers from Arvac Medicines and Stanford University's School of Medicine adds another layer of credibility and potential. The interdisciplinary approach here is a testament to how AI can bring together different fields to tackle complex challenges.
Yet, the challenge, as Wang pointed out, was not just in decoding the sequences, but in understanding the full context of the data. It's a reminder of the intricate work behind training such a model and the groundbreaking potential it holds for life sciences.
This research is a bridge between computational science and biology, showcasing how AI can not only interpret but also predict and optimize biological functions. It's a step towards personalized medicine and treatments tailored to individual genetic profiles.
It's a perfect example of how AI is not replacing scientists, but empowering them to make discoveries that were previously out of reach. The blending of AI with traditional research methods is leading to innovations that could change the face of healthcare.
As we marvel at these advancements, it's crucial to keep an eye on how they'll be implemented responsibly. Speaking of responsibility, our next article from Meta discusses their approach to labeling AI-generated content and manipulated media, a timely topic in the age of misinformation.
Absolutely, John. As AI becomes more integrated into our lives, understanding and managing its impact on information dissemination is critical. I'm eager to see how Meta is addressing these challenges.
Navigating the balance between innovation and ethics is essential. It'll be interesting to see how Meta's policies reflect the broader tech industry's efforts to maintain credibility and trust in the era of AI.
A crucial conversation indeed. Stay with us as we dive into the intersection of AI, ethics, and social media. You're listening to the AI Tech News Podcast. All right, team. Meta's recent announcement about their new approach to handling AI-generated content and manipulated media is stirring up quite the conversation. They're planning to label such content across Facebook, Instagram, and Threads, providing context through labels based on feedback from the Oversight Board and public opinion surveys.
It's a significant shift from their previous stance, which focused mainly on videos altered by AI. Now, with the evolution of AI-generated audio and photos, Meta's expanding its scope to include these mediums as well, aiming for a broader, more informed approach.
What caught my attention is the Oversight Board's concern about the potential risk to freedom of expression with the removal of manipulated media. They're recommending labels with context instead of outright removal, except in cases that violate Meta's community standards.
Exactly, and Meta's collaboration with industry partners on common technical standards for AI content identification is also noteworthy. They're introducing Made with AI labels for AI-generated videos, audio, and images, and Imagined with AI for photorealistic images created using Meta AI features.
This approach of providing transparency and context rather than censorship could set a precedent for how social media platforms manage AI-generated content. It's about giving users the tools to assess the content themselves.
And let's not forget the global consultation process Meta undertook, speaking with over 120 stakeholders from around the world. The broad support for labeling AI-generated content, especially in high-risk scenarios, highlights a collective move towards transparency in the digital age.
It's a fine balance, isn't it, between fostering freedom of expression and ensuring user safety. With nearly 100 independent fact-checkers and a policy against misinformation, Meta's taking a multifaceted approach to this complex issue.
Indeed, and the timeline Meta provided, starting to label AI-generated content in May 2024, and stopping the removal of content based solely on their manipulated video policy in July, gives users and creators time to adapt to these new standards.
The feedback loop from the Oversight Board, experts, and the public shaping these policy changes is a great example of responsive governance. It'll be interesting to see how this approach evolves with the technology.
Absolutely. As AI continues to permeate our digital experiences, the ethical considerations surrounding its use become increasingly paramount. Speaking of AI developments, our next article from Digital Trends hints at Apple's strategy to counter ChatGPT. Stay tuned for that discussion.
Apple stepping into the ring with ChatGPT? That's bound to be an intriguing development. Can't wait to delve into what they have up their sleeve.
Competition in the AI space is heating up, and it's fascinating to see how each tech giant positions itself. This battle of the titans is sure to bring some innovative solutions to the fore.
Innovative, indeed. As we navigate these technological advancements, the implications for privacy, security, and societal norms are front and center. You're listening to the AI Tech News Podcast. Jumping to digital trends, Apple is stepping up its AI game with a project that could potentially rival ChatGPT. They're working on a large language model named Realm, aimed at enhancing Siri's understanding of context. It seems Apple's not just playing catch-up, they're aiming to lead.
That's quite a development. Realm is designed in 4 variants, with the smallest model, Realm 80M, performing comparably to OpenAI's GPT-4. Apple's approach could indeed give Siri the edge it needs, especially with its ability to process on-screen content more effectively.
It's an interesting contrast, isn't it? While OpenAI has been in the spotlight with ChatGPT, Apple has been quietly refining its AI capabilities. And now with Realm, Apple is not just enhancing Siri, but also making a significant statement in the AI landscape.
Absolutely, Joanne. And the implications are vast. If Realm can process on-screen information, a feature that ChatGPT lacks, this could redefine user interactions with digital assistants, making them far more intuitive and helpful.
It's noteworthy how Apple is positioning itself in the AI domain. While other companies rushed in, Apple seems to have taken its time to develop something potentially groundbreaking. This strategic patience could pay off big time.
And let's not overlook the benchmarking against OpenAI's GPT 3.5 and GPT 4. The fact that Apple's smallest model competes with GPT 4 suggests that their AI research and development are more advanced than many might have assumed.
It also raises questions about the future of AI competition. With Apple entering the fray, how will companies like Microsoft and OpenAI respond? This could herald a new era of innovation and possibly shift the balance of power in AI technologies.
And what does this mean for us, the users? With Siri becoming more contextually aware, our devices could become more like proactive helpers rather than mere tools. This leap in functionality could transform how we interact with our tech on a daily basis.
The anticipation for WWDC is undoubtedly high now. If Apple discusses RealMem there, it could give us a clearer picture of how soon these advancements might make their way into consumers' hands.
Indeed, the tech world will be watching closely. Speaking of intriguing advancements, our next piece from The Atlantic explores why a cognitive scientist put a head cam on his baby. It's a unique angle on understanding human development. You're listening to the AI Tech News Podcast.
Now, that's a pivot from AI to cognitive science. I'm curious about the insights gained from such an experiment. It promises to be a fascinating discussion.
Absolutely, Jessica. Exploring the frontiers of how we learn and perceive the world from such an early age could unlock new understandings about human intelligence and learning processes.
We're all about pushing boundaries and exploring new horizons here. Stay tuned as we dive into the world of cognitive science and what babies can teach us about human development. You're listening to the AI Tech News Podcast. Heading over to The Atlantic, we're looking at why cognitive scientist Brendan Lake put a head cam on his baby, Luna. This wasn't just about capturing cute moments. Lake's exploring how AI could learn from the way toddlers acquire language. It's a fascinating intersection of parenting and cutting-edge science.
It's such a creative approach to understanding learning. Luna, at just 1.5, shows learning capabilities that AI models trained on vast amounts of data still struggle with. It highlights the efficiency of human learning compared to the current AI models.
And it's not just about language. The BabyView study aims to capture the visual and auditory experiences of babies to understand how they learn so rapidly. This could have significant implications for improving AI's learning processes, making them more efficient and perhaps more human-like.
Exactly, Joanne. It's intriguing to think about AI potentially learning in ways similar to a toddler. If AI could learn from fewer examples, the advancements in technology and how we interact with AI could leap forward in unexpected ways.
Lake's study is also a testament to how modern technology, like lightweight cameras and microphones, can revolutionize fields like developmental psychology. We're now able to study the intricacies of early human development in ways that were previously impossible.
The SACAM dataset and now BabyView are laying the groundwork for future AI models. By observing how babies like Luna interact with their environment, researchers are seeking to uncover the strategies that make human learning so effective.
It raises interesting questions about the nature of learning itself. The debate on whether babies come into the world as blank slates or with innate knowledge could be informed by how well AI, starting as a blank slate, can learn from similar experiences.
Yet, despite the AI models showing promise, they still have a long way to go. An accuracy of just over 60% might not seem impressive, but it's a start. It opens up discussions on what AI might need beyond data, maybe a new learning paradigm.
And there's potential for a reciprocal relationship between AI and cognitive science. AI could inspire new hypotheses about child development, which in turn could lead to further advancements in AI that mimic human learning more closely.
It's a brilliant reminder of how much we can learn from each other, across disciplines, and even from the very young among us. Next, we'll look at how OpenAI transcribed over 1 million hours of YouTube videos to train GPT-4, according to The Verge. Stay with us.
That's a massive undertaking by OpenAI. I'm curious to see how this vast amount of data contributed to GPT-4's capabilities and what it means for the future of AI development.
Absolutely, Jessica. The scale of data AI models require is astonishing, and how we gather and use this data poses its own set of ethical and technical challenges.
A continuous cycle of learning and evolving, both for humans and AI. You're listening to the AI Tech News Podcast, where we dive deep into the world of artificial intelligence and its impact on our lives. In a report by The Verge, it appears OpenAI has transcribed over 1 million hours of YouTube videos to train GPT-4. This move highlights the lengths AI companies are going to for high-quality training data, brushing up against the complex world of AI copyright laws.
It's a daring strategy. OpenAI's Whisper model was developed to transcribe these vast amounts of YouTube content, aiming to bolster GPT-4's understanding of the world. However, it's a move that OpenAI knew carried legal risks, yet they deemed it necessary for maintaining their edge in AI research.
And it's not just OpenAI pushing boundaries. The article mentions Google and Meta facing similar challenges in finding sufficient training data. Google has trained its models on YouTube content with creator agreements, while Meta has explored various sources, even contemplating purchasing a large publisher.
This scramble for data underlines a larger issue within the AI industry, the insatiable hunger for data and the potential legal and ethical implications of how it's gathered. Google's tweak to its policy language to expand what it could do with consumer data is a telling example of these challenges.
It raises questions about the sustainability of current AI development practices. If AI companies are predicted to outpace new content by 2028, what does this mean for the future of AI research and the legal frameworks that support it?
Exactly, Jessica. And it's not just about legality. There's a pressing need for innovation in how training data is generated and used. OpenAI's exploration of creating its own synthetic data could be a step in the right direction, offering a glimpse into potential solutions.
It's a complex puzzle. As AI models become more advanced, the demand for diverse and extensive data sets grows. This necessitates a balance between innovation and adherence to copyright laws, a balance that's proving difficult to achieve.
And let's not overlook the implications for content creators and consumers. With AI companies delving into publicly available resources like YouTube, the line between fair use and copyright infringement becomes increasingly blurred.
The industry is at a crossroads, facing both technological advancements and ethical quandaries. How AI companies navigate this landscape will likely shape the future of AI development and its impact on society at large.
Certainly a topic we'll continue to watch closely. Up next, we're tackling a story from Ars Technica about fake AI law firms sending fake DMCA threats for SEO gains. A twisty tale of AI and copyright manipulation awaits. Stay tuned to the AI Tech News Podcast.
Fake law firms? That sounds like a whole new level of AI misuse. I'm intrigued to see how this plays out and what it means for the integrity of online content and legal practices.
Indeed, Jessica. As AI becomes more ingrained in our digital lives, the challenges it presents are becoming increasingly complex and multifaceted.
It's a reminder of the ever-evolving landscape of AI and its applications, both beneficial and malicious. You're listening to the AI Tech News Podcast, where we dive into the latest in artificial intelligence. Diving into a report from Ars Technica, we've stumbled upon a rather peculiar scheme involving fake AI law firms sending DMCA threats. The goal? To unnervingly boost SEO gains through backlinks. It's a stark reminder of the lengths some will go to manipulate the digital landscape.
It's astonishing. The case involved a writer, Ernie Smith, who received a copyright infringement notice from a so-called Commonwealth Legal. The demand? To credit a photo to Tech4 Gods, a directive that smelled fishy right from the outset.
And fishy it was. Commonwealth Legal claiming to represent the intellectual property division of Tech for Gods, turned out to be a fabrication, complete with a website registered just this March and a Canadian IP address. The firm itself doesn't seem to exist at all.
The tale becomes even stranger when delving into the law firm's website. It boasted AI-generated images of attorneys, a dead giveaway identified by AI detection firms. These so-called attorneys had backgrounds and specialties that seemed too broad or oddly specific, hinting at their fictional nature.
It's a bizarre world we're navigating, where AI-generated faces and concocted professional backgrounds are used to lend credibility to non-existent entities. The real motive behind this elaborate facade? Generating backlinks to manipulate SEO rankings.
Backlinks are a critical component of SEO, but exploiting them through fake legal demands is a new low. It underscores a troubling aspect of digital marketing and SEO, how easily they can be manipulated, and how challenging it can be for search engines to discern quality and context.
Absolutely, Joanne. And the twist in the story comes from Tech for Gods, whose owner disclaimed any involvement with the image or the legal notice. He suggested that a disgruntled former contractor might be attempting to sabotage his site's ranking with spam links.
This saga sheds light on the darker sides of digital optimization and copyright law's murky waters. It's a cautionary tale for website owners and digital content creators about the lengths to which some will go for SEO gains.
It's crucial for the digital community to stay vigilant and question the authenticity of such legal demands. Understanding the signs of such scams can protect against unnecessary panic and potential harm to one's digital presence.
Indeed, vigilance is key. Next up, we're moving on to a revelation from Microsoft about China's plans to disrupt Indian elections using AI, as reported by NDTV. This story promises to delve into the geopolitical implications of AI's misuse. Stay with us.
That's a significant shift in focus, from SEO manipulation to the international arena. AI's role in geopolitical strategies is becoming increasingly complex and concerning.
Absolutely, the potential for AI to be used in influencing elections is a stark reminder of the technology's power and the ethical considerations it raises.
As we explore these diverse applications and implications of AI, our journey through the latest in artificial intelligence continues. You're listening to the AI Tech News Podcast. Let's dive into an alarming revelation by Microsoft, reported by NDTV, concerning China's intentions to disrupt upcoming elections in India, the US, and South Korea using AI-generated content. This strategy was tested during Taiwan's presidential election, showcasing a sophisticated level of digital interference.
It's deeply concerning. Microsoft's warning shines a light on the potential of AI to influence public opinion through fabricated content, including deepfakes and false narratives. This marks a significant escalation in digital tactics aimed at manipulating electoral outcomes.
The strategy involves creating and amplifying content to sway public opinion in China's favor. It's a testament to the growing sophistication of cyber operations and the urgent need for vigilance and countermeasures by democracies worldwide.
Exactly, Joanne. The immediate threat may seem low, but Microsoft warns that with China's increasing experimentation, these tactics could become more effective over time. The manipulation of Taiwan's election through AI-generated disinformation is a case in point.
And it's not just about elections. Microsoft also highlighted Chinese influence campaigns in the US, targeting social media to sow division on a range of topics. This broad application of AI for influence underscores the technology's potential for misuse.
In India, with general elections approaching, the threat looms large. The Election Commission of India has outlined measures to counter misinformation, and representatives from OpenAI have met with commission members to discuss safeguards against AI misuse.
The global implications are stark. As AI continues to evolve, so too do the methods of its application in geopolitical strategies. The balance between leveraging AI for advancement and guarding against its malicious use is becoming increasingly delicate.
It's a wake-up call for international cooperation on cybersecurity and AI ethics. Developing robust mechanisms to detect and counter AI-generated misinformation is critical to preserving the integrity of democratic processes.
This situation also raises important questions about the role of tech companies in monitoring and combating the misuse of their platforms and technologies. It's a complex challenge that requires a concerted effort from all stakeholders involved.
As we reflect on these developments, it's clear that the intersection of AI and geopolitics is a frontier filled with both promise and peril. Up next, we'll explore how tech giants are cutting corners to harvest data for AI, according to the New York Times. Stay with us.
Harvesting data for AI development is another contentious issue, touching on privacy, consent, and the ethical use of information. It promises to be an insightful discussion.
Absolutely, Jessica. The ethics of data use in AI development is a critical topic as we navigate the complex landscape of technology and its impact on society.
Navigating these ethical waters will be crucial for the future of AI and democracy. You're listening to the AI Tech News Podcast. The New York Times delves into the methods tech giants like OpenAI, Google, and Meta have employed to gather vast amounts of data for AI development, highlighting a relentless pursuit that often skirts the edge of copyright law and corporate policies.
OpenAI's Whisper tool transcribed over 1 million hours of YouTube videos to feed GPT-4, despite the potential conflict with YouTube's rules. This aggressive strategy underscores the lengths to which companies will go to maintain their lead in AI technology.
It's astonishing how these tech behemoths are altering their own rules and discussing legal loopholes to amass the conversational text crucial for training AI systems. Meta's discussion about acquiring Simon & Schuster just to access long works exemplifies this desperate data hunt.
Google, too, adjusted its privacy policy to use publicly available information for training its AI models. This move, while seemingly within the bounds of legality, raises questions about the ethical implications of such data use.
The drive to gather more and more training data has fundamentally changed the landscape of AI development. Where previously AI models required relatively little data, the advent of GPT-3 marked a shift towards models that are increasingly data hungry.
This hunt for data not only pushes the boundaries of what's technically and legally possible, but also poses significant risks to copyright integrity and user privacy. The implications for content creators and the broader digital ecosystem are profound.
Indeed, the strategies employed by these companies reflect a broader industry trend towards leveraging any available means to fuel AI advancements. Yet this relentless pursuit of data also highlights the ethical and legal challenges inherent in AI development.
As AI continues to evolve, the conversation around the responsible use of data becomes increasingly critical. The tech industry's approach to data harvesting could set precedents with far-reaching consequences for privacy, copyright, and the future of AI.
It's a pivotal moment for AI ethics. The industry must navigate these murky waters carefully, balancing innovation with respect for legal standards and ethical considerations. How these challenges are addressed will shape the trajectory of AI for years to come.
Navigating these issues is crucial for ensuring that AI technology develops in a way that benefits society as a whole. Next, we're looking at a Mashable report on how Elon Musk's X pushed a fake headline generated by its AI chatbot Grok. Stay tuned for that discussion.
This move to fake news generated by AI chatbots opens a new chapter in the dialogue about AI's role in information dissemination. It's a stark reminder of the potential for AI to influence public perception and the need for safeguards.
Absolutely, Jessica. As AI becomes more ingrained in our digital experiences, understanding and managing its impact on information dissemination is crucial. It'll be interesting to see how this unfolds.
As we delve into these complex issues, our journey through the world of AI and its ethical implications continues. You're listening to the AI Tech News Podcast. In a concerning turn of events reported by Mashable, Elon Musk's AI chatbot Grok on X disseminated a fake news story about Iran attacking Israel, which was then promoted on X's main feed. This incident underscores the growing challenge of AI-generated misinformation.
It's alarming, John. The fake headline, Iran strikes Tel Aviv with heavy missiles, was generated by Grok and promoted by X's Explore feature, showcasing a critical issue with relying on AI for news curation without human oversight.
The backstory is quite significant. Previously, Twitter, now known as X, employed human editors to provide context for trending topics. However, after Musk's acquisition and subsequent layoffs, the platform pivoted to AI-driven summaries, leading to this debacle.
Indeed, the reliance on AI without human editors or a curation team marks a risky departure from previous practices. The incident with Grok spreading misinformation about a highly sensitive geopolitical situation could have far-reaching implications.
And let's not overlook the mechanism of misinformation spread. Verified accounts began spamming false narratives, which Grok then used as a basis to generate an official-looking headline, effectively amplifying the fake news to X's vast audience.
This situation raises serious concerns about the platform's safeguards against misinformation. With Grok now rolled out to all Premium X users, the potential for AI-generated falsehoods to gain traction is even greater.
It's a stark reminder of the dual-edged sword that AI represents in the realm of information dissemination. While it can streamline processes, the absence of human judgment can lead to the spread of harmful misinformation.
Absolutely, John. As AI continues to evolve, platforms like X must find a balance between leveraging this technology and ensuring the integrity of the information shared. This incident is a cautionary tale about the dangers of unchecked AI.
The implications for public perception and safety are significant. It's crucial for social media platforms to implement robust mechanisms for verifying AI-generated content before it's promoted to users.
Indeed. As we navigate the complexities of AI and its impact on society, incidents like this serve as a critical learning opportunity. Moving on, we'll discuss experts' warning against using AI chatbots for filing tax returns, as reported by CNBC. Stay tuned.
Filing taxes with AI chatbots? That sounds like a minefield of potential issues. I'm curious to see what the experts are saying about this.
Definitely, Jessica. With AI's increasing involvement in various aspects of our lives, it's important to assess its applications critically, especially in sensitive areas like tax filing.
As we delve into the ethical and practical considerations of AI, our journey through the world of artificial intelligence and its societal implications continues. You're listening to the AI Tech News Podcast. This tax season, CNBC reports on the emergence of AI chatbots like ChatGPT and those from TurboTax, H&R Block, and even the IRS, designed to provide taxpayers with guidance. Yet experts caution that these AI tools may not be ready for the complexities of tax filing.
It's interesting to see the IRS using AI chatbots to assist over 13 million taxpayers since 2022, facilitating significant payment agreements. But there's a clear line drawn by experts, emphasizing that AI hasn't matured enough to handle tax filings accurately.
The potential for misinformation is a real concern. Professor Subodha Kumar from Temple University found that while general tax questions could be answered, more specific prompts often received incorrect responses from AI chatbots, highlighting their limitations.
Exactly, and the issue is compounded by the data AI models use, which may not be fully updated. This gap in current knowledge can lead to inaccurate advice, particularly with frequent tax changes and yearly inflation adjustments.
Despite these challenges, there's optimism for the future. Kumar anticipates significant improvements in tax-specific AI chatbots by next season, given models are appropriately trained with the most current data.
Yet, data security remains a paramount concern. Experts like Spencer Lawrence from Clifton Larson Allen warn of potential data leak when financial information is input into AI chatbots, urging taxpayers to be mindful of their personal information security.
It's a delicate balance. While AI chatbots can offer educational value in a generalized context, as Michael Princeau suggests, Ensuring the protection of personal data is crucial to their safe and effective use.
This conversation underscores a broader theme of caution when integrating AI into sensitive areas like tax filing. The technology's promise is undeniable, but its current limitations and risks must be navigated carefully.
As AI continues to evolve, its application in tax assistance will undoubtedly grow. However, maintaining a critical eye on its development and implementation is essential for safeguarding the integrity of the tax filing process.
Absolutely. The journey of AI in enhancing our daily tasks is fascinating yet filled with learning curves. Up next, we're exploring 10 ways to get started in AI, as outlined by Forbes, without being deeply technical. Stay tuned for insights into entering the AI field.
That promises to be an engaging discussion. Navigating AI's complexities without a technical background is a challenge many face, and guidance on making that leap is invaluable.
Indeed, Jessica. As AI becomes more integral to various sectors, democratizing access and understanding of this technology is crucial for wider adoption and innovation.
Join us as we delve into the myriad ways to engage with AI, broadening our horizons in this ever-evolving field. You're listening to the AI Tech News Podcast. Forbes brings us insights from AI leader Ali K. Miller on embarking upon an AI journey without needing a technical background. Miller emphasizes AI's immediate relevance and the diverse opportunities it presents for professionals across various fields.
Miller debunks the myth that AI is exclusively for engineers, highlighting the need for skills across marketing, HR, finance, and more. She presents a roadmap to becoming more AI savvy, starting with enriching one's knowledge through AI-focused newsletters and testing tools like ChatGPT.
Predicting the evolution of one's job in the AI age is another step Miller recommends. By analyzing AI-specific versions of current roles, professionals can identify skill gaps and work towards bridging them, ensuring their relevancy in an AI-driven future.
Finding an AI mentor is crucial for gaining role-specific advice and insights into transitioning into AI-centric roles. Miller suggests using social media or professional networks to connect with those who've successfully made the leap.
Attending AI conferences or events can open eyes to new technological concepts and facilitate networking with industry professionals, an invaluable step for deepening one's understanding of AI's potential applications.
Enrolling in AI courses and obtaining credentials can formalize one's knowledge and open doors, whether one aspires to be a machine learning engineer or seeks to understand generative AI's impact on business.
Implementing AI within one's company or starting a machine learning project are hands-on ways to apply AI knowledge. Whether it's adopting new tools or experimenting with no-code platforms, practical application is key to understanding AI's benefits and challenges.
For those looking to dive deeper, joining or starting an AI startup offers a first-hand look into the fast-paced world of AI development, providing invaluable experience and learning opportunities.
The pinnacle of AI immersion, according to Miller, is launching an AI company. Though it presents the highest level of challenge and risk, it also offers unparalleled potential for impact and personal growth.
Miller's comprehensive guide serves as a beacon for anyone looking to navigate the burgeoning field of AI. Next, we'll explore CNBC's perspective on why a super-intelligent AI doomsday isn't the likely future, according to futurists. Stay with us for more insights.
That's a relief to hear, considering the often dystopian narratives surrounding AI. I'm eager to see how futurists view the evolution of AI and its impact on society.
Definitely, Jessica. It's important to balance the hype with realistic expectations and thoughtful considerations of AI's potential and limitations.
As we continue to explore AI's myriad facets, our journey through the world of artificial intelligence and its societal implications goes on. You're listening to the AI Tech News Podcast. This is the last article of the episode. CNBC explores the perspectives of futurists on AI, contrasting the dystopian narratives with a more optimistic outlook. Experts predict that AI could lead to unprecedented advancements in transportation, energy, medicine, and more, painting a future where AI fosters humanity's best qualities.
It's a refreshing counterpoint to the doomsday scenarios we often hear about. The consensus among these futurists is that AI has the potential to mitigate some of humanity's most pressing challenges, including health, education, and climate change.
Futurist Bernard Marr emphasized AI's ability to elevate the human condition by automating mundane tasks, thereby freeing us to focus on creative and innovative pursuits. This vision of AI as a constant co-pilot in our lives is quite compelling.
Absolutely. And the call for regulations and laws to prevent AI abuse underscores the need for a balanced approach. The European Union's recent legislation serves as a model for how we might navigate AI's integration into society responsibly.
It's also interesting to consider why the concept of sentient AI so often triggers fear. According to clinical psychologist Kelsey Latimer, it's due to our evolutionary predisposition to anticipate threats, which can skew our perceptions of AI's potential.
Yet, as these futurists suggest, focusing on AI's capacity to enhance our creativity and passion could shift the narrative towards a more hopeful and constructive discourse. It's a future where AI complements rather than competes with human intelligence.
This discussion brings our episode to a close. We want to thank our listeners for joining us and our presenters for their insights. As we've seen today, the journey of AI is full of potential and promise. Until next time, keep looking to the future.
Thank you, everyone. It's been a fascinating journey through the world of AI today. Let's continue to explore and understand this incredible field together.
Thanks to all our listeners and to John and Jessica for such an engaging discussion. Here's to a future where AI helps us unlock even greater human potential.